Kia ora! Hello my friends! Today I'm going to be reviewing a Raiden Shogun Cosplay. A special thanks to Al Email Wigs for gifting me this cosplay wig and shoes to review. They will also be giving me a 12% off discount code for you guys to use if you're interested in anything from their website. They have a variety of cosplays and wigs and also like general fashion wigs, you know, not just cosplay wigs. So yeah, if you're interested in checking out their website, check the link below and you'll get 12% off. This is how her wig has come packaged, and I'll open this first. This is such a huge wig. This is probably going to be one of my longest wigs. This is the wig up close. It is very thick and lush, which feels really nice, and it's got a beautiful mix of different shades of purple as the main kind of color in this hair, which is really lovely. Coming down the braid, you can see that it incorporates some lighter purple and then eventually getting down to her really light streak at the bottom. The wig does have a lot of shorter pieces of hair in the braid. I'm not sure if you can see them very well, but I'm going to spray this down with hairspray now just to keep it really tidy and keep all of those wig fibers down in their place. This is the inside of the wig cap. Now unfortunately it does not come with those little like wig claspy clips, the ones that, you know, help keep the wig on your head. I don't use those for very short wigs, but for wigs like this, which are actually very heavy, there's a lot of weight in this, those clips are really handy because this is going to be pulling it back off your head, which never looks very nice. When there's no clips like that in place, I just have to use a bunch of bobby pins instead, but I do find that less comfortable. I also got a black wig cap. Next up are the shoes, and this is how they have come packaged. Here are the shoes up close. So you can see they have this wonderful wood print on them. So they are made of plastic, I believe, but they have this kind of detailing which makes it look like wood, which is really lovely. The strapping is nice and cushiony, and at the bottom you can see how it comes through and holds on snug. These are not her canon shoes. You'll know that hers are a lighter shade of brown instead of black, but aside from that they're exactly the same, and these are the ones that I chose. Now for the main part of the cosplay. This is how it has come packaged all together. Here are a bunch of her accessories. These are her tights, and this is the rest of her outfit. So I'm going to have to spend some time working out where all of these individual pieces go. I will say it will be staying wrinkly. I do not have time to steam everything right now, but we can still assess the quality and how easy it is to put on and all of that stuff. Up first is this huge back bow, which is really gorgeous. I love all of the separate little pieces. It's just made it really nice and thick and looks quite luxurious. The sewing is very neat, but I have noticed some loose threads. So if I pull this down, you'll easily be able to see these loose threads here. But yeah, aside from that, the sewing is nice. The printing looks lovely. There's no bleeding going on. This gold detail, actually, I can see this is lifting up very easily. So it's lifting up very easily. It's not been sewn on. It looks like it's actually just stuck on there. If you were to wear this like this, you would lose this piece immediately. So I'm going to stick this down further with a little bit of fabric glue and perhaps even add a couple of stitches just so it doesn't lift up. The one on the opposite side is stuck down really well. On the back it has a large safety pin to connect to the cosplay. This is that piece that you can see goes right here, and this is the vision, which is just made out of cloth. I wasn't sure how they were going to do this, and you know, perhaps if I was making this cosplay, I'd make it out of resin, so it would be really shiny and stuff like that. But yeah, it's been made out of fabric. I think it looks really nice though. It does hit the light nicely. All of the gold on this piece here has been sewn down, so I'm not scared that it's going to be coming up like that other piece. There are a couple loose threads around the place, as you can see. This is the back, and it looks like it's going to attach just with these two clips. So this is the like waist belt that comes around the middle like this, and this is fabulous quality. This feels really nice. Oh, it looks like it has a scratch right on the front. Hang on. It does have a little scratch. Perhaps from something else, like maybe even actually the clips on this could have damaged it, because it's just a little scrape on the purple, which I can see. That's not a manufacturing issue, I believe. I feel like that happened in transit. What was I saying? Aside from that, this piece feels like really nice quality. It's really thick and quite luxurious. I feel like, yeah, it's gonna look good wrapped around the belly. The stitching's really straight and lovely. The print is really good on this as well. I'll show you up close. So the print is really nice and crisp and clear. There's no bleeding onto other colors, which I can see. And it is this lovely kind of satiny, shiny material, I suppose. This piece has a strap at either end, which is how we are going to tie it around our waist. So this is her skirt and the back panel as well, which is attached on. Here's the skirt up close. I absolutely love these darts that they've put in. I feel like it's just gonna fit really nicely because of this. The stitching on top of the gold, it's really good and straight, so it's not distracting to the eye or anything. And again, I'm very pleased that the dye hasn't spread or anything like that. It's just staying where it's meant to be. The skirt does up at the top just with one piece of Velcro on the side. Here is the back of the skirt, which is gorgeous. Oh my gosh, I am absolutely in love with the design and the pattern. Hopefully I'm showing you all of it. It's really beautiful. So it's quite nice and long, and it is a couple of panels. So if I were to move this, you can see there's another separate purple panel underneath these long ones. So when you're moving around, you'll be able to see the layers which it's going to create. So that's really quite lovely. There's a loose thread here. It's not even attached to anything. That's just fallen off. You can see another loose thread right here. There are a couple around the place. None of them seems very structural or anything like that, so I'm not really bothered about those. This gold detailing has not been sewn on. It has just been stuck on as well. So I would be mindful to keep an eye on it so it doesn't get lost at a con or something. This is stuck on much better than that other piece though, so to be honest, I wouldn't be fearful that these would come off easily, but they may still come off. Each side has this like dangly little piece of gold, quotation marks, which is a little bit of foam with this lovely gold material stuck on the top. Where this attaches, they have done some stitches, so that's really awesome. That means if this gets yanked off, it's a lot less likely to just get lost. Did I say less likely? I think so. But yeah, so they haven't sewn around everything, but they have sewn a little bit here just to secure this piece on really well, and I really like that. Here is the top half of her outfit. I've just popped it on a hanger so it's a little bit easier to show you guys. Like the rest of the cosplay, I think the print on this is absolutely gorgeous. It is so nice and like crystal clear and sharp. This costume has so many like fine details within the pattern, like this little, you know, pattern behind the other patterns that are going on top, and for it to be so clear and crisp, I'm really pleased. I think it's really nice. I've bought Lolita dresses more expensive than this, and the pattern's not that crisp. But yes, I'm very pleased with the printing that has been done on this. I hopped up for a second and Roku has taken my seat. Although actually, this is his bed, I borrow it. This is the shirt up close, so you can see it attaches with Velcro just here, and then it's got our lovely booby window. That's about the only thing I think I could call that. And then, yes, it just comes down and it's got another piece of Velcro here. Again, there are a couple little loose threads around the place, but nothing big. The gold that they have in this one, they just have it here at the bottom. Again, it's just been glued on, but this feels much more secure than that first piece. So these are the tights that go with this cosplay, which gives you her lovely stockings, which is quite cute, and then also these little shorts that you will see a little bit of as the cosplay kind of hits a little bit high, just so you can see the edge of her shorts, which is really cute. It's kind of got this little like pattern, which I really like. These tights did not have the option to get them in a different skin tone, but that's not just this company. In fact, that is everyone who's selling these cosplays at the moment only have this one color or one shade. So yeah, that is what it is. It's unfortunate. I'm a person of color, but I have light skin privilege in the fact that these are going to match me well enough. It's not going to be true to my skin tone, but honestly, no tights have ever been true to my skin tone in my life. So yeah, something to note perhaps. Interestingly, can you see here there's kind of like little guiding lines, as if it were guiding lines of where this needed to be printed, but it wasn't printed up high enough to cover it up. It's not happening on this leg here, but it is just here if you can see that. Now, I think that's super distracting. It's right on the front of the leg, and so that's a real shame. And these are her arm gloves. arm gloves. Yeah, I think so, because they go over the hand as well, and I have to check what finger it is that it connects onto, maybe the middle one or something, and then it goes up to the elbow, it looks like. They're quite sheer material, much like the tights, and then at the top here they have in fact added a bit of elastic on the inside, which you can see is like this crinkly part, which helps it stretch out more so, which is really handy. Often gloves that I have come across before, yeah, don't allow for much variety at the top. So yeah, I really quite enjoy this inclusion of elastic. Oh, okay, remember me talking about that belt piece saying, here it is, hang on, I should talk to you, sorry. Remember I was like, oh yeah, this is the Vision, it's made out of material, I would like one made out of resin. Guess what? It comes with a really nice one made out of resin. Wow! This is that piece up close. It's really lovely. Oh my gosh, I love it. I am so happy they've made it in this kind of domed plastic resin kind of material. It's just going to catch the light really nicely and make the cosplay look really luxurious, in my opinion. This rope as well actually is probably what made me think of that word luxurious. It's so nice and thick and gold and shiny, and it holds its shape really well, which is lovely. It's got nice tassels here, and I think this part goes around. I think this part goes around and connects back up, but we'll work it out. On the back it has a safety pin to connect. This here is her headpiece. I love the gold, it is so nice and shiny. This is a piece of foam that has been covered in that gold material. It's got a lovely little tassel, and at the back you can see it's going to connect just with this hair clip. So these things have just been glued in place. This clip, these flowers, that's just held together with hot glue. So not the strongest of situations, but very easy to repair if you were to lose a flower. I have this small fan decoration. I'll have to work out where it is it goes. It has like a little small Vision in the middle, more of this lovely gold rope, and you can see on the back that it is like this little mini fan, which is really cute, and it's got a, ooh, open, it's got a safety pin to attach to it. I got some extra purple flowers on a safety pin. I think these are going to be the ones that go on her shoe. There are these two rope bow kind of details, and they attach with safety pins at either end. And then I have a mix of these different tassels. Some are, or the red one is braided, this white one it is not. The tassel at the end, I'll show you one. So it has come with the plastic to keep it all nice and tidy, and then yeah, I just yanked off that plastic and you can see it fans out like this. And then I have a casual piece of red rope. Perhaps I'll work out where that goes. And a couple little extra bits. I have a clip here, which actually this clip has glue on it. So this has fallen off something. Okay, well, that's what happens when you hot glue things on. If I need a clip, at least I have one. I'll be able to hot glue it myself. I have a little red bow with a cute purple diamante in the middle with a safety pin. And then I have a casual little gold tassel on a safety pin as well. So this is all the pieces of the cosplay unboxed. Now comes for the part that actually takes me the longest, which is putting it on and kind of working out where everything goes from the reference images. But yeah, overall, so far, I think the quality is good. It's what I expect of a cosplay of this price. I often buy my cosplays from Taobao, so they tend to be a little bit cheaper is what I want to say. But yeah, from the overall perspective of it right now, I think the quality is good for what I expect from this kind of cosplay. There's some casual loose threads, some things are just glued on instead of sewn on, but that's really common when it comes to buying cosplay. Even high-end expensive cosplay, I haven't gone that expensive, mind you. But yeah, it is what I expect. I'm not, say, shocked badly by anything, but I am blown away at the pattern is what I want to say, the print, like, oh, that's the best way I can describe it. But you know, this is really detailed, and I think it's just so beautiful and crisp and clear. That has, you know, met my expectations and exceeded them, in fact. So yeah, I'm really pleased with that. But anyways, I better hurry up before I lose all of my sun and just chuck this on. So let's see how it goes. Hello, I'm back. Oh, this wig is really heavy. and I'm already experiencing the problem without the wig clasps or clips in there. It's just falling back a lot. I do have a bunch of bobby pins in there, but they're not really doing the job. But anyways, this is the cosplay. Once it is on, I will be moving the camera back in a moment so you can get a full view. I just, yeah, thought I would sit down and mention some things. So, it was a mission and a half to put on. It's very much like a lot of high detailed cosplays. There's lots of little pieces to add and you're always checking all the reference images, and I'm really bad at left and right and like mirroring, so I can find it difficult to understand what goes where sometimes. So yes, took me quite a while. I have ooh, sorry, you'll see me moving my head kind of awkwardly. It's just because it's so heavy. I'll bring it forward and rest it on my shoulder like this, and that stops it falling back so much. I am going to need to sew in some wig clips if I actually want to wear this out to convention, which I definitely do. But yeah, that's the wig. What was I going to show you? Oh, I have some decorations here that I have not added on. So these kind of go here to keep my sleeve closed, but I do not like adding safety pin decorations into this kind of satin material, you know, just poking it in there, because when you put those safety pins in there, it tugs the thread, and then when it pulls the thread on stuff like this, you can see it just yanks the color right out and it distorts it, and yeah, I'm not willing to risk that. So I'm going to put these onto little domes and then glue some domes onto this, and then that way I'm not having to put safety pin through this really beautiful material. I mean, the material is like my favorite part. So yeah, aside from that, oh, I'm getting caught in my hair. It's so big. That is the same with this here. So this is hanging down loosely because I did not want to safety pin it to the belt, because yeah, I don't want to ruin the material. So I've just safety pinned it to the rope that goes around my waist. With this part here, I am going to get some more domes. Since it is a big plastic resin piece, it's so heavy, so I need like a couple of domes to keep it in place. Until I do that, I'm not going to risk putting the safety pins through this gorgeous material because I don't want to fluff it up. Overall, the cosplay does fit me very well. Oh, I've not added the back bow actually. While we're here, you can see here is the back bow. So gorgeous, and that little cute baby fan is where it went. So you can imagine, let me show you how it will look. Ba-ba-da-bum, like this. So yeah, again, I want to work out a different kind of attaching system because, you know, again, it's another safety pin and I don't want to ruin the fabric. So we're leaving the bow off just for now. Aside from that, the majority of the costume fits very well. Oh, and that's where I was gonna say, apart from the gloves, as you can see, they're just too big for me, but too big is better because then I'm able to make them smaller. They just need to be a little bit tighter at the top, and then they would be sweet as. This part, oh my gosh, embarrassing. I thought this went around my middle because I thought this was this piece. But no, it's obviously my sweet shoulder armor that I have going on. Aside from the gloves that are too big, the other thing that is too big is the tights. So they are just too long and also too wide. The shorts at the top, if I had them pulled up, you know, as much as I needed to, you wouldn't even be able to see the shorts. They would be up behind the cosplay. The wig itself is definitely not my favorite, so it doesn't have the wig clips I've mentioned a million times. It's a huge pain for me, huge. So I'm gonna have to add those on. Aside from that, I do love how lush and thick it is. It's very thick. The top is very thick. The bangs, I have trimmed them very quickly, mind you, so they could tidy up a little bit. But yeah, the bangs are super thick and lush, which I really enjoy. But what I don't like is, I guess, the texture of the wig fibers, the feel. I feel like you can see it really clearly up here. Perhaps you can see it in this end bit as well. The fibers are just really rough and frizzy. And since this is a synthetic wig, you know, it's plastic, I am not able to use a straightener to kind of sort these out. So yeah, I'm gonna have to find something else to be able to kind of smooth and sort out these fibers. I'm not so bothered about the end piece, that's fine, but yeah, these long bits around my face, they're just obviously frizzy, and I don't like that. So there are definitely some techniques you can use, like hot water kind of techniques to straighten the hair. I might try doing that with these side pieces and see how I go. That is that. Oh, and the shoes. I mean, I haven't put on the shoes because I'm not outside yet. But yeah, I figured I'll take my camera outside and give you a view of the cosplay from afar. So that's the end of the video. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you may have enjoyed this review. Be sure to click the link below for 12% off your order if you're interested in getting anything from our email wigs. I want to say special thanks to our email wigs for gifting me this cosplay wig and shoes. I really appreciate it, and I love the cosplay. It is so beautiful. I'm very excited to wear it to our next convention. Do you think I suit her? I don't know. I like purple, so I'm sold pretty easily. But yes, thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I'll get to see you in the next video. Bye!